This is the first robbery in Sweden to use a helicopter.
This really like GTA, like they really invested in like their equipment and shit to really rob a bank. That's crazy. The bank heist of the century.
Jenny is working the night shift at a
I feel like, bro, I could low-key pull off a crazy ass bank heist, bro.
cash depot in Sweden. She's counting banknotes, tons of money. But by now it's just pieces of paper to her. Routine, really. Just like these headphones she and the others are wearing to block out the noise. But suddenly, a new sound starts to creep in. Wait, is that a helicopter? This is the beginning of one of the most spectacular bank heists in history.
They robbed
Robbers
it from
will
a helicopter?
strike several locations across Sweden at the exact same time. The police
Oh, they
will
was
be outmatched,
organized.
the authorities humiliated, and millions in cash will be stolen. The chase will lead investigators to Eastern Europe. And, of all things, the security camera at a local McDonald's will provide a crucial clue.
So, cause these niggas was so fat, they wanted to get some McDonald's. They got caught. Like, come on, bro. Bro, you could have went another day without McDonald's, bro.
We dug through countless court documents to piece together how the Vestberga heist actually went down, and who was really behind it.
Why do they always go to McDonald's after, bro? Bro, like, I don't, like, McDonald's can't be that good, bro. I don't know. I just feel like from now on in the future, if you're planning on being an assassin or doing a bank heist, do not go to no fast food. Don't go to no areas with cameras. You know, just DoorDash, nigga, DoorDash. We have DoorDash now. Man, what the fuck? Yo, did Fern upgrade on my fucking, like, I never seen this before. They changed it up. Damn.
September 23, 2009. Spectacular robberies in Sweden have been making headlines for
2008?
several years now. But this heist tops everything. As the international press turns its attention to the small town of Vestberga, the authorities are clueless. How much money was stolen? How many robbers were involved? And why couldn't the police stop them?
You probably
According
can't
to a
even do
Swedish
this
daily
nowadays.
newspaper,
Cameras is too good nowadays. They got like AI in the governments and shit. It's fraud, bro.
police didn't reach the cash
Police,
depot until
police.
30 minutes after the alarm was triggered. Meanwhile,
30
the nearest
minutes?
police station is only a
Hold on, let me find out it's easy to rob banks in Sweden. What you mean 30 minutes?
15-minute walk away. What happened? Official statements are vague. The security company that owns the cash depot stays quiet too. G4S is one of the largest security firms in the world. They install security systems and protect sites such as nuclear power plants in the US and even the Pentagon. Right before
Wait, I'm surprised. Why don't terrorists, like, not to give them ideas, why don't they target nuclear plants? Wouldn't that like create like a big ass bomb?
the end of the month, depots like this one are packed with cash. So people across Sweden can withdraw their salaries the moment the money arrives. A pretty good time to strike. So far, only one thing is clear. This is the first robbery in Sweden to use a helicopter.
I'm not gonna lie, this is crazy. A helicopter and a bank heist. They had, bro, this really like GTA, like they really invested in like their equipment and shit to really rob a bank. That's crazy.
Bell 206. It's a relatively small light chopper. One
How
of
much
the
it cost?
best-selling models ever.
Oh,
It can carry
shit.
5 people, including the pilot. But it isn't built for heavy loads. A well-known Swedish criminologist speculates that the robbers could have stolen up to 1 billion kroner from the depot.
How much is kroner compared to USD?
Back then, about $130 million.
Oh my, yo, they were up!
Helicopter experts, on the other hand, say that carrying that much cash, it should have crashed. So how the hell did they pull this off? September 23, the early morning hours. Mittinge, a small town known for its sea views and peaceful atmosphere, is asleep. Alongside holiday homes, the town also has a hangar, housing these 2 helicopters. They belong to the Stockholm police. And this man,
They robbed the police No, they're fucking lit. No, they're lit.
sneaking through the bushes, has his eye on them.
What?
Under each arm, he's carrying a plastic box. The man places the first box
a
in front of
bomb?
the hangar. Then he moves to the back
No,
and
they
places the
planned this
second
out
one.
all the way.
Then he returns to the hangar's entrance and pulls out a hatchet. He smashes the numbered entry pad several times. Finally, he disappears back into the darkness.
What?
And then, nothing happens. The man walks to the nearest bus stop and gets rid of his gear. His part of the job is done.
No, this is like GTA. They all have their own parts. No, this is crazy, bro.
Now it's up to the others. Back at the depot, Down here, Jenny and her colleagues are counting cash. Up here, a Bell 206 barrels toward the building. With remarkable precision, it lands on the roof, perfectly positioned between the glass pyramid and the edge. Three people jump out. One is carrying a submachine gun. Another runs straight toward the pyramid and swings a huge sledgehammer at the glass. Again and again. Meanwhile, his accomplice calmly unloads his gear. Explosives, climbing ropes, and mailbags.
Bro,
2 ladders are attached to the helicopter.
Wait, gentleman question. Is it legal to buy C4s? Like, can you buy that or not?
Skids. The robbers detach one of them and set it down beside the chopper. After a few more swings, the glass gives way. The helicopter lifts off. The robbers enter the building.
Wait, if the helicopter leaves, how are they going to escape?
Yenny's boss spots them. He knows they're coming for the counting room, so he rushes back and yells,
"Secure the money!"
Then he triggers the alarm and calls building security. Yenny still doesn't fully clock what's going on, but her boss's instructions are clear. The cash has to be locked away in these cages, made of reinforced steel, secured with padlocks.
Okay.
It's still
Wait, they have C4. Wait, no, wouldn't the C4 break the money though? Or like burn the money?
quiet at the police station, about a 10-minute drive from Vestberga.
How much you think they invested? Bro, they invested a lot of money. For sure. Because, bro, they had to get a helicopter, nigga. And other shit. It had to be a lot of money.
Dr. Guran Palm is about to finish his shift. He's waiting for his colleague to take over. When suddenly, the alarm sounds.
I know he was tight. I know he was. He's about to go home and then boom. Damn, bro. Do cops get paid for overtime?
Inspector Palm rushes to his car. A colleague jumps in after him. They're told that the alarm came from the G4S cash depot. Helicopter. Armed men. On the roof. Palm speeds toward the scene. He feels like he's starring in a Hollywood movie. Soon, they're closing in on the depot when Palm spots something on the road. The officers jump out of the car to find out what just happened.
What?
Chains. Stretched across the entire road and
oh my, no, this is crazy. What the fuck? Bro, they had this shit fully planned out.
studded with spikes. The robbers are inside the building now. They set up a ladder to climb up to the 6th floor. The main vault where the money is usually stored is on the 2nd floor, but the counting room is up here. To get there, this glass pane needs to go. Hitting it with a sledgehammer doesn't work, so the robber uses explosives. He presses a bomb made of dynamite against the glass, connects a wire, and detonates it. They enter the office and smash through this simple door. Now, just a single steel door separates the robbers from the cash depot's staff. In the counting room, the staff is still frantically securing the money. When they hear the explosion, they panic. The team leader has been trained for a lot of things, but not for this. Then there's another explosion. The robbers are trying to get through the door.
What the fuck?
The explosion mangles the metal around the handle, but it stays intact. But after a third explosion, smoke
Bro, how much explosives do they have?
The staff needs to get out of here, fast. The team leader orders everyone into the main vault on the 2nd floor. They leave the room through a secondary exit, take the stairs down several floors, and enter an airlock just outside the main vault. The airlock is designed for one person. Now 14 people have to squeeze inside, including a pregnant woman. In this hermetically sealed room, there's no cell reception. The group leader can't call building security or anyone else. And the door to the vault won't open. They're stuck. Their colleagues in the vault room are also panicking. Building security has instructed them to keep the airlock door closed. They have no visual on the robbers. Maybe they're even hiding among the employees in the airlock. It's so cramped in here that no one can move. The air is stuffy, the heat almost unbearable.
Crazy dad lore though. No, this will be crazy. Like, that's telling your dad, yeah, son, I robbed a bank when I was younger. That would be crazy.
Yenny's colleague
they should make a movie about this. They haven't.
Her daughter. If the robbers want to get into the vault by blowing their way through the airlock, no one here will survive. Meanwhile, the robbers have entered the counting room. They carve into the cage's padlocks with a buzzsaw. The locks are gone within seconds.
That money?
While they're packing, they seem oddly calm, as if they know that no one will catch them anytime soon. Robbing a place is a pretty unethical way to make money. But let's look at this list real quick. Rural and barely making it. For this one, ethnic second city strugglers. Or our personal favorite, credit crunched city families. These are real marketing lists, full of vulnerable people to be targeted by predatory
Nigga,
ads.
this is an ad? Yo, oh my god, I was
There's no
confused. What the
ones to
fuck?
Get started.
Yo, I thought maybe like they're saying, oh, the robber did this because they was broke, had no money. What the fuck, my nigga?
Spiked chains
Yo.
Palm drove into aren't the only ones. All around the depot, every
No,
access
that's a
road
crazy
is blocked by
snuck-in.
metal
Good job,
chains
bro.
about 10 meters long. If a police car drove over one of these chains, its tires would instantly be sliced open. The robbery's been in progress for more than 15 minutes now.
More than
The helicopter's
15
still circling
minutes.
above, meaning the robbers are still inside.
Damn.
Police request air
Wait, how many people do they have involved? See, look, the thing about this, bro, the more people you got in on a secret, the less likely it is to get, you feel me? For them to tell their people, bro. That's scary part.
aerial support from the
You
military.
gotta really have people
But
you
the armed
trust.
forces can't provide any aircraft. Instead, police helicopters are ordered in.
But the police helicopters, it's not gonna work because, oh my god.
We don't know exactly how, but Inspector Palm eventually gets close to the depot. He sets up a roadblock a few hundred meters away from the building. When Palm and his colleagues ask whether they're allowed to fire at the helicopter, the answer is a strict no.
Hell no,
It's too
crazy.
dangerous. Instead, they're ordered to wait for the National Task Force. Palm is frustrated. All he can do is stand there and wait. Luckily, a police helicopter must already be on its way. Or is it? At 5:30 in the morning,
Remember what they did earlier?
police officers in Mittinga
Oh my
receive an
God.
alert. Robbery ongoing, a helicopter is involved. Air support required. 2 officers race toward the hangar. Their helicopter was returned just hours earlier. They'll have it ready in 10 minutes and be over Vestberga 15 minutes after the alarm. But
It's
at
not
the
gonna
entrance,
work.
they stop. Is that a bomb?
Wait, that's a
There's
bomb?
no way they can reach the helicopter. And even if they could they really risk taking off in a fuel-filled helicopter next to explosives? The 2
Was that an actual bomb or were they using psychology?
officers have only one option. Call in the bomb squad and wait at a safe distance.
It's not even a bomb, huh?
So the White Bell 206
Oh my God.
keeps circling above the cash depot, unbothered. The security team watches as the intruders reappear in the courtyard and make their way toward the roof, carrying at least 7 bags. They hoist them up.
fuck, bro.
The 3 men climb the ladders. One hesitates for a moment, as if he wants to go back in to get more of the money.
You greedy nigga, no lead, bro. See, this the issue. You gotta stop being greedy.
Then they jump into the helicopter, bags in hand. And just 30 minutes after hitting the cash depot, they disappear into the morning sky.
30-minute job. Yo, no, they're quick and efficient with it. What the fuck?
The SWAT team enters the building. The robbers are long gone.
Slow ass.
Finally,
niggas.
the airlock door in the cash depot opens. The team leader, Yenny, and her colleagues are safe. At the
Okay,
police
that's what's
hangar
up.
in Mittinga, the bomb squad is in full swing. They
not
use
even
a
a
water
bomb.
cannon to neutralize the bombs,
It's not a bomb.
but there are no explosions and no smoke.
See?
As the special unit approaches, they find
Psychology,
2 very
bro.
wet plastic boxes with lights attached. They fell for dummies.
Yup.
Meanwhile, about
Bro, these niggas are smart. Oh my god. No, this is a whole organization, bro.
a kilometer away, firefighters are putting out a small roadside fire at a bus stop. In the ashes, they find remains of a mask, gloves, a hatchet, a canister,
This what
and
he
a
burned
lighter.
earlier.
Around 6 a.m., people in nearby towns spot an object in the sky. A small white helicopter flying unusually low and slow over the forests. Not a single light is on. The robbers land in a forested park. They take everything with them, leaving only a GPS device and a few cable ties behind. Investigators find the helicopter about 2 hours later. They learn it was stolen from a flight
2
school about 70 kilometers northeast of
So they even stole the helicopter too. Oh my god, bro.
Stockholm just after 4 a.m.
What?
A manhunt is underway this morning.
As the country wakes up, the heist dominates the news. A reward of about $900,000 is offered for information on the
900?
robbers.
900?
The next day, the Swedish police still have no suspects, despite the fact that they knew
They should
about
have
the planned
blown it up.
helicopter heist long before it happened.
What?
A month before the heist, Swedish police receive a warning from Serbia's intelligence service. A crew of international thieves is planning to strike. Serbian police even share specifics.
But how do they
a
know?
helicopter is to be used. 3 robbers will carry out the job,
How
backed by
how
a
does
group
Serbia
of around
know?
20 people.
20 people organization. Yo, there were. Yo, what?
The chopper will land on the roof of a multi-story building. The crew will blast their way inside and in under 5 minutes grab the equivalent
How do
of
they
roughly
know?
$13 million. The whole thing will go down by September 16 at the latest.
How do they know
If
that
not,
though?
the plan will be called off. The Swedish police put security measures in place. The public prosecutor authorizes phone
Security
surveillance of 2 suspects. As a precaution, police helicopters are moved from Mittinge to a safe location. For the planned break-in, the police identified the most likely target, the Panaxia Cash Depot in Bromma, in western Stockholm. The second most likely target, the G4S Depot in Västberga. For 4 weeks, authorities remain on high alert, reinforcing their task forces during the nights around September 16. But then, nothing happens, in Bromma or in Västberga. So the police end the special operation.
Oh my god.
And the police helicopters move back to Mittinge. That's not the only
Oh my
vulnerability the
God.
robbers exploit. In the early 2000s, Sweden sees a string of robberies. The companies hit hardest are the ones that run cash depots. They're looking for help, including from the government. As early as 2005, a security company urged the government to place all cash depots and similar facilities under state protection. A formal review followed and ran for 3 years, but the Ministry of Defense took no action.
Why?
Because the authorities never classified these facilities as protected sites, virtually anyone can access the building's blueprints.
Can you still access this in 2026? Cause hold on, I'm trying to make some money,
Floor
nigga.
plans of the roofs and
Can you still
facades,
do this in 2026?
staircases and windows, everything neatly documented level by level. A Swedish news outlet later asked G4S whether the company had attempted to make the Västberga building plans confidential. G4S didn't respond. But by then, it didn't matter. The money was gone, and so were the thieves. But they didn't vanish without a trace. In fact, they left quite a bit behind.
One of them died?
The burned
Oh, never
remains at the
mind.
bus stop in Mittinge, for example. The cable ties used to secure the ladders to the helicopter. The sledgehammer that smashed the glass roof, including bloodstains.
Wait, did they have DNA testing back then? Was they using that back then or not? Because if they was, why would they leave this here? What the fuck? Were they not
Because
thinking?
the heist was so meticulously planned, police believe the masterminds must have had military training.
Yeah,
In all of
for
Sweden,
sure.
only a small circle of people could be capable of pulling off a coup like this. Thanks to the warning from Serbia, the Swedish police started surveilling this circle in time. Now they're sitting on a mountain of data, calls, texts, pages upon pages of logs. One of the people under surveillance is a man called Goran Bojevic, a 38-year-old Swede with parents from Montenegro. Until recently, he worked as a construction contractor. According to Serbian wiretaps, he was recently in contact with a childhood friend, Milan Zevo, who made a career in a completely different field,
So this nigga robbed a bank with his childhood friend?
the Stockholm Mafia.
Oh shit. Oh, the mafia. Oh shit.
Zevo has since relocated to Serbia's capital, Belgrade. In 2009, Bojevic traveled to Belgrade multiple times to meet Zevo. According to the wiretap, Bojevic handed over large sums of money during these visits. Swedish police realized that Bojevic is asking Zevo for help. At the end of August, the two speak on the
How
phone.
much money we talking?
You know what? I called a school here and asked how much it costs to learn it. 15,000 euros. Bojevic wants to learn to fly a helicopter. Zevo shuts the idea down. Pilot
not?
training would take way too long. So Bojevic starts looking into another solution. It's September 2, 3 weeks before the heist. Bojevic is in his car, driving
weeks
toward
before.
Hepsol. 3 weeks before the
3
heist.
weeks before.
Bojevic is in his car, driving toward Hepsolmen, the small island in Stockholm. It has a museum right on the waterfront. Bojevic is here to meet these two men. They've been waiting for him. He walks up to them and sits down between them. Just a few meters away, a woman walks her dog. Her real job is to observe Goran Bojevic. She can't hear exactly what the
Jesus.
men are saying.
Government?
She can only keep an eye on them.
Bro, no, this feels like, this like some movie shit, bro. What the fuck?
The three chat for about 5 minutes with Bojevic doing most of the talking. Then, handshakes.
Oh,
One man
yeah.
walks with Bojevic to his
They're
car while the
fucking
other
lit.
gets into a Peugeot and drives off. On September 28, 5 days after the heist, the police and a Swedish court announced that 6 suspects have been arrested.
They
One of
already
the
got him in
suspects
6
is Goran
days?
Bojevic. Searching his apartment, investigators found a bag containing about 118,500
Oh my
kroner,
God.
roughly $15,000 at the time. He's believed to have put the team together. Another man
He
is
was the
arrested at
mastermind.
Arlanda Airport just before he can escape to the
nigga. What the
Canary
fuck?
Islands.
Yo.
The press nicknames him Flikt, which means escape in
Flikt.
Swedish.
Okay.
His real name is Alexander Eriksson. He's a TV producer who runs in high society circles with Swedish celebrities.
What the
He's even
fuck?
rumored to be in contact with the Prime Minister.
He was that tap. Why would he rob a bank then, my nigga?
Between October and December, police arrest 7 more men accused of helping plan or taking part in the heist. One of them is believed to have planted the fake bombs. His DNA is found in the remains of the gloves and the lighter.
Oh my god.
In January, investigators identified the man who carried the submachine gun. The police
Holy
already know
fuck,
him.
bro.
His name is Zara Kadum, and this was his second armed robbery.
His second? Bro, this nigga's a repeat offender, my nigga. What the fuck? Yo.
Back in 2000, he and a gang stole invaluable art from the Swedish National Museum. He was caught and served 2 years in prison.
Only
Now he's
2
been
years?
caught again.
Oh, he's cooked.
In July 2010, the public prosecutor presses charges. While the 10 arrests are seen as a major success for the investigation, authorities
There's still
believe there
10
must have
more.
been more people involved behind the scenes. For over 10 months, the police
I'm not gonna lie, nigga. If I was involved in this and I see my fellow people get locked up too, on God, I'm going to Africa. I'm going somewhere else. I gotta escape the country. Hell no.
gather evidence and interview witnesses. 50 investigators work the case full time.
Damn.
By now, they have a clear picture of how much the robbers managed to steal. Almost 40 million kroner, about $5 million at the time. That's how they managed to get away by helicopter, not taking too much. Just under a year after the robbery, the 10 men stand trial. 5 of them are accused of being directly involved in the heist. The other 5 face charges of aiding and abetting. The public prosecutor is confident there's enough evidence to convict all of them. But the men deny
Something
the
went
charges. Take Alexander Eriksson, the TV producer. He's accused of flying the helicopter on the night of the heist. No way, he insists. His DNA in the stolen helicopter?
Oh my
That's
god.
easily explained, he says. After all, the chopper was stolen from the flight school he's been a member of for 15 years.
True.
The undercover
Okay.
officer at the museum clearly identifies him as the man in the suit at the meeting with Boyevich. Eriksson admits he was at the meeting. And yes, he talked to Boyevich, but about wind power, since Boyevich works in construction. He claims to have an alibi, too. On the night of the heist, he was involved in a car accident. But there's a problem. An hour after the supposed accident, he's spotted at a local McDonald's, about a 30-minute walk from where the helicopter was later found.
Wow, like why are they in McDonald's? Yo, why? They would have been free if it wasn't because of this. Or this fat ass nigga.
Surveillance footage shows Eriksson calmly ordering breakfast just before 7 a.m.
Nah, no bullshit. I ever go on a heist, nigga, I'm gonna bring like protein bars, that's it. I'm not eating nothing else for the next 2 weeks.
How did he get from a car crash in central Stockholm to a McDonald's in the suburbs?
Oh my
The
god.
prosecution is convinced that 2 of the other defendants staged the crash to give him an alibi. Surprisingly, one of them, Zara Kadum, admits his involvement. Investigators found his blood on multiple pieces of evidence. The other defendants continued to deny any involvement in the heist. But after just 18 days of trial, 7 of the 10 defendants are convicted.
Damn.
Alexander Eriksson and Zara Kadum are each sentenced to 7 years in prison for armed robbery.
7 is not bad. Bro, that's not bad. You can get out. I mean, it is, but it's not that bad though compared to like how much it could really be. Cause I thought like, yo, you rob a bank, you're locked up for life. They don't give big sentences over there. Sweden might be the crime method. I'm not gonna lie. If I want to do some crimes, nigga, we going to Sweden.
The other 5 defendants are found guilty of aiding, abetting, and protecting criminals, including Goran Boyevich, who also goes to prison.
How long?
Before the trial, they were seen as daring, clever crooks. None of them were elite soldiers in the Balkan Wars, as was speculated. But the trial stripped them of their mystique. They turned out to be nothing more than a ragtag group of violent criminals.
Wow.
After the heist,
never mind.
heated debate broke out in Sweden over how such attacks could be prevented in the future. Trade unions spoke out. Handling cash creates a dangerous work environment for employees. So, for their protection, maybe they should just get rid of it. According to a report from the banking union, 1 in 4 retail workers had already been a victim of a robbery, some multiple times. And according to an anti-cash lobby group, 2 out of every 3 Swedish kroner in circulation was actually unreported money. The helicopter heist in
Dirty
Vesberga
money.
contributed to a shift in thinking. Over time, cash gradually disappeared from daily life. Sweden was the first country in Europe to print paper money back in 1661.
Holy shit.
About 350 years later, it was one of the first to start abandoning it. the number of robberies in Sweden dropped dramatically.
You know what's so crazy about money though, bro? Like physical dollars, bro. Crazy criminal probably had that dollar before you, bro. Money just circulates, my nigga. That's crazy.
In 2008, there were over 100. By 2016, it was down to just 2.
2?
Today, many shops only accept cashless payment. Theft happens online now. In 2025, the Swedish Central Bank reported that Sweden and Norway had the least cash in circulation relative to their economies of any countries in the world. But some cash is still around, and someone somewhere has quite a lot of it, because the money from the Bank Heist was never recovered.
Oh my god, he's fucking lit. Oh my god, he's fucking lit. No one... They never recovered it? No, this felt like a movie. No, this is like a movie. What the fuck? I gotta tap in, bro. I need some money, nigga. I need some money. What the fuck? How much they lost? They never got it back. They lost 40 million kroner. I'm surprised they ain't snitched though. I'm not gonna lie, nigga. If I was in a bank heist and I was gonna get arrested, on God, I'm snitching. You're gonna come down with me, my nigga. What the fuck? Hell no. Lesson of the day, bro. If you go and rob a bank, don't go to McDonald's after robbing a bank. Let me know in the comments. Would y'all ever consider even robbing a bank? Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe, check out my 2 other channels, links in the description. Join us on the Twitch and join us in the Discord too. It's fun. Trust me. I gotta go now though. Peace.